We lived next door to each other as kids.
Now, same city.
We were never that close during any of it, but we knew each other.
I would see him here and there.
We were aware of one another.
We kept our space, not consciously. We just ran in different spaces.
But we were always aware. Social war.
Another body, another name, another image has circulated. The latest body, name, the newest image to haunt.
It's shameful.
I posted.
I liked it. Liked it.
And then I typed a hashtag in 3 words. Words I thought anyone could get behind.
I didn't quite like that. So I typed a hashtag and 3 little words. Nothing offensive. Something I thought everyone could get behind.
I didn't quite like that, so I deleted it.
She deleted my response. Totally hypocritical.
My wall, my space. Yeah, I edit it. It's the one space where I can build the world I'd like to inhabit.
I respond to her posts a lot. We share the same algorithm politically.
My response was to remove it.
Erasure is never okay. So I responded.
I responded, "Are you crazy?"
I responded, "We're talking about equality. The human experience, no time for stark divisions along racial lines. This is a time for us to recognize our shared humanity."
I deleted it.
I messaged her.
He messaged me.
Hey Kim, I know it's been a while.
He felt like we needed to talk, needed to clear the air.
Can we sit down for coffee sometime? Sitting down.
I want to ask you what you meant, but I'm finding it hard to ask you. What I would rather do is just tell you what I think about what I thought.
I explained what I meant.
I am sure you can explain, but can you explain what I read and what I took it to mean?
I just meant that we're all comprised of matter. Matter is the essential element of which we are all built. Just ordinary matter, like trees or water, solids and liquids.
And sound, the voice, for example, was not always considered matter. Matter used to only encompass a select set of solid objects.
But all along, it was all matter.
What happens to matter split? Does it explode and decimate millions of bodies of color? And whose hand split that matter? What we are talking about is Black lives split, shaken until they become bombs.
Their lives, those lives, it's all ridiculous. We're here. We get to decide how this is going to go. It doesn't have to, it shouldn't be. We don't have to ascribe. An aside, there was the summer after our senior year of high school. We were both short on credits. All our friends took off. We had to stick around. We both ended up working at the library for extra cash. We got kind of close that summer. We talked about books, smoked joints on the lunch break. That was the summer I got into R&B and turned her on to some indie rock. I thought, man, what a cool chick. And there was one night after our shift, we got those tall cans and decided to break into the school. We heard someone, so we ducked into the only open room we could find, the chemistry room. It was dark in there. We were super quiet. We drank more and started to get close. Maybe it was because things were coming to an end. We got close, but we didn't. She stopped suddenly and said she had to go home. We're on the same side, Kim.
Are we?
Yes, we want the same things.
After another man is lying in the street, your immediate impulse is to correct me, to talk semantics with me, to say, well, actually, Kim, I don't know what side that is. An aside. In particle physics, antimatter is material composed of antiparticles, which have the same mass as particles of ordinary matter, but have an opposite charge.
I don't believe anyone is less, or more, or special.
When we say Black Lives Matter, Do you think that's us saying we're special? Look at us. We're getting shot.
No, but it does sort of make your suffering worse than others.
Wait, what did you just?
That's not what I mean. It's saying that your suffering is okay, but what about Africa? All the Boko Haram stuff, or women all over the world being assaulted, or gays and lesbians,
Okay.
Hispanics
We're just
being deported, shot at border crossings, or hell, even poor white folks who live in Black communities who are
Cole.
for the crimes of
Cole.
others. And I am all for civil rights, but looting
No.
and
No.
just
No.
it doesn't work.
You don't.
Strategic. All lives, Kim. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's pull the act from the context of race. We have to get to the root, human wickedness.
And sometimes humans kill humans because of their race.
Wouldn't it be great if we could I just wish we could move on. Be ourselves, be individuals, just be our own perfect stars. Just be our own perfect stars. Look, remember when we were kids? We'd have a block party. All the kids would be out. We would get our faces painted like Spider-Man. Bike races. We were just kids in the neighborhood. When did we start?
I was the only Black kid at that block party.
I didn't see it that way.
You didn't see I was Black?
I didn't treat you different.
Everyone wasn't like you.
An aside. She wasn't always like this?
An aside. I was silent. I used to be silent.
She used to be real easygoing. A cool chick.
I used to hold my breath, breathe shallow, up here in my chest.
We grew up the same way.
But the way we were perceived is different.
That doesn't mean those perceptions are real.
The water and the tree are in the same forest, but are not the same. Different mass, different volume, different uses. Are you willing to decrease your mass? Just say it. Black lives matter.
Do white lives not matter?
No one is saying what doesn't matter.
But it's exclusionary.
It's contextual. In this climate, it relates to the splitting of Black atoms with no consequence.
An aside.
I really want to leave. I feel sick. I want to hug Kim and tell her I'm sorry. But also, if I'm being honest, tell her to get over it. Life is hard. There's no measuring stick for suffering. She can change this just by being herself, not this angry Black woman.
An aside. I really want to let Cole off the hook. Drop this whole thing, tell him it's all good. But I have swallowed myself so many times to make white folks feel less uncomfortable.
I want to tell her I'm sorry.
I don't need apologies. I just want it to stop.
To say it is to admit that my life, in someone's eyes, someone living, someone dead, has mattered more than other folks. And I don't think it does. But someone at some point has believed that. Maybe my life has been better because of that.
That night in the chemistry room, when we got close, Cole and I, all those years ago, I was into it. I liked him. Until he put his hands in my hair. And I thought about all those kids in school always asking to touch it. Can I touch it? And how they would react when they did. And he has his hands in my hair And I wonder how he thought it felt. Weird? Funny? Good? Then I thought about if he had been with any black girls before, and that was too much. So I told him I had to go home. So I did. I left. And that was the closest we ever got.
A week or two later, I sent Kim a message. I thanked her for the conversation. I told her we should be in touch more often, that I wanted to keep talking, not just about this, but our lives in general. Nothing. That was that, I thought. But one morning I went on my timeline. I saw her picture and name being shared by everyone. They called it a failure to comply. A failure to be silent. So they made her silent. Forever. She lives on now as a hashtag. But I still hear her voice hanging in the particles. Does a spirit have mass? It must. I can still feel her weight.
Too many songs unsung, too many dreams undone. Too many times I have to say my skin is not a crime. Too many lies being fed, too many tears being shed. Too many times we close our eyes, shut our mouth, turn our head. I hope and I pray tomorrow's a better day. From this road that we're on,